Eviction is not a fun process for anyone involved. No one goes into having ownership or control of a property or stepping into a property as a tenant wanting or expecting to be evicted or expecting to have to go through the eviction process. However, it is still a necessary part of of, of owning and renting out and leasing out property. So today in the Life and Transition Experts podcast, we are going to discuss 9 steps that you may need to go through if you're in North Carolina and you need to evict someone. I'm Courtney Rollins, the Life and Transition Experts podcast host. There's a YouTube channel as well. Would love your subscription. Would love your support. Would love for you to share any thoughts or content that you would like me to cover. I am not an attorney or a financial advisor, so I'm not giving any legal advice or financial advice, but I am sharing my experience here, and these are one of the challenges that come up. One of the hats I wear is a real estate investor, and one of the ways that I'm able to find property at a discount is by solving some people's problems and being able to serve and give value there, and that's the only way that I can trade speed and convenience for a discounted price. And please know that that's my foremost focus is on the person that I'm working with, the person that I'm serving. So don't try to fit a square into a circular shape. So if when providing options to you and as a buyer, that's one of the options. Awesome. If not, still trying to provide and share as much knowledge and information as can. What's going on, Mom? She's one of my favorite, biggest supporters since day one. I see her up here on the YouTube, Facebook channel. We are live here on Facebook and on YouTube, so we'd love you to share. There's a Facebook user here that says, "Want to talk with me later?" Definitely talk with me later. My name is Courtney, or my email is Courtney at estateproservice.com. It doesn't show me who you are, so we definitely can chat about that. But I do hope that this is helpful to some folks who may be going through this. Anyone going through this, whether you're needing knowledge on what to expect if you are the tenant that may be possibly facing eviction, or if you are the landowner, property owner, or you control the property, as someone may be going through the probate process as the executor or the administrator of the estate. So let's jump right into it. Number one, you need to understand the probate process. No, you don't need to be an attorney. You may want an attorney. Definitely connect with me. I have tons of attorneys in my circle and my nebula that I can connect you with that would hopefully fit your needs and be able to support you. But you need to understand the process so you can understand how you and when you have the legal authority to be able to execute some of the things that you would have the right to as the person who controls the estate at the time. And so understanding the process, understanding the timeline. If you need a free checklist, reach out to me. I'll email one to you or send one to you directly. And to Courtney at estateproservice.com or go to estateproservice.com and there's tons of resources up there. All right. And then that's when helps you determine the legal authority. Who is the executor or the administrator of the estate? If I back up a little bit, probate is the process of reconciling, of addressing any property that is or debt that's left behind after someone passes away. So once you obtain legal authority or find out who has the legal authority to control the estate, that's going to help you know which directions to go next. All right. You also, hopefully, you have been collecting the documents as you've started gathering the inventory of the decedent. And so hopefully you have a copy of a lease. Hopefully the lease is very strong. Please review it. Definitely connect with an attorney, a real estate specific attorney. You know, just like not all doctors do the same thing, not all attorneys do the same thing. So make sure you're connected with one who's hopefully well versed in probate, but also well versed in real estate and especially tenant real estate tenant laws. And so review the lease so that you know the rights and the things that you have under that lease. And if it is where you need to go ahead and provide a notice of eviction, go ahead and do so. Make sure you provide the notice of eviction in the way it's supposed to be set up in North Carolina or whichever state. If you're looking at this outside of North Carolina, provide the notice of eviction to folks. Make sure you get it notarized so that you have some type of documentation that it was that you did sign it. And I would also recommend that you try to deliver it where it's a delivery confirmation as well. When there is a Oh, did we miss one? Oh, I missed one. Oh, goodness. Step five. Oh, file an eviction lawsuit. So you'll need to file an eviction lawsuit. I don't have it up here, but I apologize, moving pretty quickly here. So step five would be to file the actual lawsuit with the court. and they will give you a court hearing, and you need to attend the court hearing. Make sure you show up for that court hearing. I know that one of the ways that I also have been able to support or find people who need help is actually attending court hearings, and there's a lot of people there, especially people who are maybe tired or weary of being a landlord after this situation, that been able to at least give some options to. And so attend the court hearing as the person filing the eviction. And if you're a practitioner, it might be, like I said, a good idea for you to as well, because you'll gain more knowledge. The more knowledge you have, the more you can share with folks and add value and provide service. Number seven, you will obtain the right of position or written position. Am I saying that correctly? Written position. Um, and this is what the sheriff or someone's going to use to show that you have the right to change the locks. Don't change the locks beforehand before you get this, because there's a lot of, rightfully so, protection for tenants and people living in spaces. So you can't just go in there and make it extremely difficult with them for them without having the legal authority to take back possession. And then again, that's executing the uh, evictions, where you'll see there's after you have posted that you have and you have the legal authority to do so, and the sheriff will be there, because obviously it can be, it's not a, it's not a good situation for anyone involved. I mean, that's life is, no one lives, life feeds off, no one lives for, you have to pay to live somewhere, and there are some tough, challenging situations, and there have been things that have supported people when they do face the challenges in life. But one of the realities of life is that there has to be a way for you to pay, and the people may have this assumption that the landlord or is some monopoly cigar smoking person who's uh, just full of money and can afford to have someone living for free in one of their properties, but that's generally not the case. And I'm not saying that the tenant is expecting freeload. There's challenging situations everywhere, but this could actually support both of them finding the right place, the right position for the right tenant for that person, for that property, or the right place for that tenant if they obviously can't afford that place. Um, and if you have taken over the property because now you're the executor, now you're the heir of the property and didn't even expect this, it can definitely be a challenge. The last thing would say is, after everything is taken out, you need to go ahead and secure the property. That's when you can change the locks. That's when you need to post the no trespassing signs and check for damages and things of that nature. If you need support, definitely reach out to me. I would love to provide any support. There's been times where many times where I've just taken over the entire process for a landowner or a person who controls the estate, and been able to have them be relieved of that challenge. And there have been times that, literally, one of the reasons I did this today is I just got off the phone with a potential seller who wants to go ahead and go through the process, and so I'm just providing my support, providing my opinion with her. That prompted me to say, if she's going through this, and I've seen this before, and I've been a part of this before, I know other people are as well. So definitely reach out. And if you have any other needs in support of your probate or your estate planning or real estate challenges, reach out, Courtney at estateproservice.com. You can email me directly or send me a message directly here on whatever platform you are using. And we can sit down and talk anytime. I don't charge for my services. Calendly.com. I love that place, Estate Pro Service. We can sign up for a one-on-one. I've had several yet. Getting a lot more. And that's pretty fun to be able to hear about people's journey. A lot of folks are that I'm speaking to are practitioners who are thinking about probate as a space or a niche for them to focus on. And that's awesome, because the more people that we have out here helping and supporting, the more resources and tools we can use, and we can, like, that synergy. You know what I mean? All right. All right. In this podcast, saying, yo, we all have our gifts. I call them the gifts because I think about gratitude, integrity, faith, thought, and service. Those are the values that I try to embody. And we all have a light. That's why I say, as life in transitions experts, let your light shine. Cheers.